You know, we've got a Father's Day weekend, so a lot of people making plans.
Yeah.
You've been talking about storms, the heat. What are we going to get?
Yes. Yeah. Less on the storms, I think, as we get into the weekend, but certainly more on that heat. Yeah, we will have plenty of heat for dads on Father's Day, so try to keep dad cool any way you can as we get into the upcoming weekend. Yeah, we're starting things off right now. Friday afternoon here. It's warming up already. Hadn't even made it to midday yet. 85 degrees, a little hazy out there for us here this morning. Ozone Action Day in effect. Want to mention that, too, that we do have that in effect for you today. So if you're sensitive to those ozone levels, keep that in mind. Not anticipating any big disruptions travel-wise because of the storms today, like we've had the past few days out at the area airports. If you have an afternoon flight or maybe someone coming into town, 83 taking you out to Love Field right now, so no delays we're looking at here at the moment. And again, coverage with any showers and storms today near zero today, so we're really not anticipating that in low coverage even as we get into the weekend. Temperatures elsewhere around, though, heading out to Wiley, you're at 86, along with Mesquite right now, steamy 86, getting out to Lancaster and DeSoto, coming back over to Arlington, Benbrook 88 degrees, 85 there in Arlington. You see those low 80s heading up to Pilot Point and Salina. So yes, it is going to be a warm afternoon. We'll get into the upper 80s along the Red River to around 90 degrees, coming down to McKinney, getting out to Greenville around 93 today. Look at the upper 90s though. Waxahachie around 95, but as we head a little further south, getting out to Hillsborough, you'll top out around 98 along with Corsicana. So yes, it is going to be quite hot out there for us. And it's not going to be so much the heat today, but that humidity that we've been talking about. It will be climbing. So if you plan on heading out in the backyard, maybe getting some time in here this evening, that backyard forecast for you around 6 p.m. Still going to be in the lower 90s. It's going to be a hot, muggy night for sure. Very warm as we head toward 8 p.m., 87 degrees. And once the sun goes down a little bit, we'll begin to cool off some a little bit later in the evening, around 83, you see, as we head toward 10 p.m. So all in all, not a bad night, just a little bit muggy if you're going to be out in that backyard here this evening. All the storms, they have moved out of the area right now. Things have really settled down from what we were dealing with across Oklahoma yesterday. Portions of the Deep South had severe storms as well. And we know what we were dealing with here across North Texas, but it is going to be a much quieter, much calmer afternoon for us. Now, we can't rule out maybe an isolated thunderstorm as you head a little farther south, getting down I-45 a little bit later on today, heading down toward Hillsborough, Waco, moving over toward Corsicana. That's going to be late this afternoon. But again, isolated in nature with those storms today, so they quickly move off to the east. Any coverage is going to be limited, and the severe weather threat remains very low today, only marginal at best in our eastern and southeastern counties for today. Tomorrow, more of the same. I think we will see some isolated storms developing west of Fort Worth and Dallas late in the afternoon and evening. This is around 6 p.m. Again, low coverage, but we could see some stronger thunderstorms in some areas. So you still need to be weather aware, and we may even see some storms clip our far northeastern counties after midnight Saturday, heading into the early morning hours on Sunday. So just keep that in mind. You'll still need to be aware of some stronger thunderstorms that could produce some hail and some wind across the area. So just about all of North Texas under a marginal risk for severe storms. So that's going to be on the low side, but we could be looking at some hail and some wind in those areas where we do see storms for tomorrow, but coverage only about 20% as we head into tomorrow. And that will be the case on Sunday afternoon and evening as well. You see, that's going to be in our eastern counties. So if you had some travel plans taking you off into East Texas, again, very low risk for some hail and wind. Heat, that's going to be the story. There's the heat advisory and that excessive heat warning a little farther south. So we could see heat indices over 105 to 110 in the advisory area, but as 110, maybe 115 plus in those areas where we do have that excessive heat warning. So please do take it easy out there as we go through the weekend. We'll top out around 97 tomorrow with that slight chance for those afternoon and evening storms. Breezy, sunny and hot as we get into Sunday there. You can see a less than 20% coverage with those storms, I think, on Sunday. The high around 98. So if we don't hit 100 over the weekend, we likely will as we head into next week. And look at those heat indices even as we head into the early middle part of next week. As hot as 109, maybe 110 is what it's going to feel like early next week. There's that 10-day forecast for us. Really not much in the way of relief coming our way at all. We will be looking at a stretch of triple-digit days as we head through the middle of next week. Still the upper 90s late next week going into next weekend.